We saw absolutely bloodshed at the start of September, and I guess it's easy to look at it now to understand. But obviously, maybe the market was front running a lot of that selling activity at the start of this month. It was like holiday season for the Northern Hemisphere, and a lot of the market's liquidity that drives prices. It is all in the Northern Hemisphere. So I mean that all sort of ties and plays into the price of crypto assets moving forward. And always has, always will. But I think what sums it up nicely for me at the moment is the flows that we're seeing from the Bitcoin ETFs. So I know we looked at this quite extensively during the last sort of run-up we had at the start of this year, but we're back to pretty bumper days. So looking at the 27th of September, so looking at last week's flows here, we're still waiting on Monday's overnight flows as we're recording on a Tuesday today. But I mean, the last time we saw like almost a $500 million day, I think we saw some pretty good signs from the market, if memory serves me correctly. But what we want to see is this momentum continue to keep up. I mean, I think BlackRock was bidding pretty hard into the back end of last week. So is Fidelity. So these are, I think, positive tailwinds for me, from at least the guys that have the biggest purses. They're just adding to their longer-term strategic holdings of Bitcoin, which is good. It's what we want to see this time of year. And then just to point to what you sort of mentioned as well, Q4 historically is the better period where we have seen growth. So that's what we're looking to hopefully see again. Turning to a chart of Bitcoin, this is something that we've been tracking since August, this current range that we've been trading in. We talked about this deviation to the upside, we expected downside, then reclaiming in early September, we were looking to move towards these highs. And now we're just setting up for the next decision, in my opinion. Like, there's nothing stopping us coming down a little bit further. I've identified, for me personally, $60,000, $60,500 as the next key level, being the last low before we broke higher. They're kind of levels that I tend to look for a reaction. But having the monthly close just come in right now looks pretty tantalizing.